Character, competition, and community is what they say. NWAC, the Northwest Athletic Conference Basketball Championships, are on the air for 2018. And we come to you from the Walt Price Sports and Fitness Center, the campus of Everett Community College. For today's game, this is game number 5 between the Tacoma Titans and the Spokane Sasquatch. Hello, everybody. Tom Lafferty along with Coach Randy Edens here on these 2 games, Tacoma and Spokane, coming your way now. Bellevue and Portland to follow. And, Coach, you've taken teams at the high school level especially. Talk about the intensity going from the regular season into the postseason.
There's a little bit of a different mentality you have to have when you hit this time of the year.
Little bit?
A little bit. And the biggest thing is to settle down.
Give me a number.
On a scale of 1 to 10?
On a scale of 1 to 10, if you're playing Snohomish or Glacier Peak on a Tuesday night in January, or you're playing in the district tournament or in the regionals.
Well, those are always competitive with GP or Snohomish.
Right.
They probably rank right up there comparable. But, yeah, I mean, you get to this time of the year, we're looking at probably your 7 or an 8, where the team that settles down early and kind of gets back into that game mode is going to probably end up having the most success. And, it's just about getting out and throwing the ball up and finally getting after it, ultimately. And
here's a couple of teams. They didn't play during the regular season. Spokane and Tacoma, 2 sides of the state, 2 different divisions, 2 conferences. But they're playing. Here they are. Here's a chance to go into the Final 8 tomorrow and the Final 4 for next week.
Yeah, as a coach, you love these kind of scenarios because you can run a lot of your basic stuff. You don't have to get really tricky. Certainly, it can be very well scouted, swapping film and so on and so forth. But there's a lot of natural things that you can get away with early on. So I think you'll find some comfort zones for both groups once the nerves settle in.
Let's take a look at the starters coming up here for the Tacoma Titans. They will start Will Moore, De Niro Washington, Dayton Pasqua, Quentin Bethea, and Stephen Shaw. And for the Spokane Sasquatch, Cameron Gay, Derek Pacutis, George Pilimai, Ryan Alexander, and Cesar Sandoval. They're being introduced now. We're going to take a break, come back with today's opening tip-off and game action. The Tacoma Titans, the Spokane Sasquatch. Game number 5 of the 2018 NWAC Men's Basketball Championships, live from the Walt Price Student Fitness Center at Everett Community College right here on STSPN.com.
The first day of school is kind of scary. You don't know your teachers yet or who your friends will be. But school is really important. It's how you learn things and grow.
Okay, I'm ready.
You're gonna do great, Mommy.
For you, for them, Clark College. Get started today at clark.edu.
More than a number, more than living paycheck to paycheck. You're a multitasking life engineer full of experience. That's why you belong here, where you'll find more one-on-one attention from faculty, with programs that can lead to in-demand jobs, and the support you need to get where you want to go, all at an affordable price. Get started now. Edmonds Community College, edcc.edu.
Are at Everett Community College for this game between the Tacoma Titans and the Spokane Sasquatch. The Tacoma Titans have been introduced, and they're out on the floor in the black uniforms. Tacoma, Will Moore averages 10.6 points per ball game. De Niro Washington at 4.1. Dayton Pasqua, 13 points a game. Quentin Bethea, 12.7. And Stephen Shaw, 13.1 points per ball game. For Spokane, just about to be introduced. They're in their white uniforms being introduced on the floor. Cameron Gay, a 6'4 sophomore at 13.6 points per ball game. Dedrick Pacutis at 13.8 points per game. George Pilimai, 9.8. Ryan Alexander at 11.2 points a game, and Cesar Sandoval, a 6'6 sophomore, at 19.6 points per game out of Moses Lake High School in Moses Lake. Tom Lafferty along with Randy Edens. Coach, let's talk about bringing, at the community college level especially, here's guys coming in from 12 different high school programs, and then suddenly from the 1st of August or so, you got to make them into a championship basketball team.
Yeah, and you only get 2 years for them, for some of them, if they're coming in as freshmen. So it's a tall challenge. Certainly as a high school coach, I wish we kind of had that ability to connect with our own players a little bit more than we get to. But, what a great opportunity for these guys, and then certainly to have this kind of environment and event for them to really kind of hopefully parlay it into another career at, another Division II, Division I school. What a great setup for the NWAC and certainly these players here moving forward.
And we talked about it. In fact, you played your district games here in the high school level. What a great facility to have basketball.
Oh, it is fantastic. Super sweet. Always, it was great to walk back in this place after having won a district title this past season. So excited to be here. Looking forward to the action.
Here we go. Ben Wolf is the referee. Derek Davis, Mark Bartriff are the umpires. The whistle sounds, and we're underway. The Tacoma Titans, the Spokane Sasquatch. The winner plays the Bellevue-Portland winner tomorrow at 6 o'clock. The loser is out, and Tacoma will start with the basketball. Top of the key, Quentin Bethea. Bethea out of Auburn Riverside High School. Swing it right side. Pasqua, the leading scorer, turn around with a right hand and puts it off the window and in. Dayton Pasqua, the first 2 points of the ball game out of Tacoma Baptist High School.
Little dribble weave action there for a nice easy bucket.
And now the Sasquatch of Spokane with the basketball, moving to our left in the white uniforms. Spokane, 2 community colleges in the community, Spokane Falls and Spokane, but they have 1 athletic program. And the first miss is by Sandoval. We mentioned him earlier out of Moses Lake. Now Tacoma will bring it up. Just underway. Glad you're with us. Spokane and Tacoma. Game 5 of 8 games here at Everett Community College on this Saturday. A nice Saturday outside. Fadeaway jumper won't go for Bethea for Tacoma. Ball's knocked out of bounds, and so it'll be Spokane basketball. I think it takes a while, especially when you haven't seen each other, right? You kind of feel like, okay, who are these guys?
Yeah, no question. You're trying to get a feel for certainly, obviously their best players you're trying to take away, but, you wonder about those complementary players. What are they capable of?
Here's another miss. That's going to be Cesar Sandoval. He's the leading scorer for Spokane. He's got 2 misses inside. That was kind of a point blank that didn't go. So Tacoma brings it down, leading it by a 2-0 score about a minute and a half into the opening quarter. Nice defense along the baseline there, closing off Will Moore from getting any closer, so he kicks it back out for a ball that won't go for De Niro Washington. A miss there by Washington out of River Ridge High School in Lacey. And Spokane yet to dent the scoreboard, a couple of misses. And then third miss, outside 3 ball. That's a miss by Dedrick Pacutis out of Lewis and Clark. Stayed in Spokane to play college basketball at Spokane. Kind of slow offensive start for both these teams. Measuring for a 3, up it goes, too far. No good by Bethea. Ball out of bounds again. Is there a speed meter? It seems like both these teams still have bus legs.
It has that sluggish feel to it. It certainly does. One of those things that, early in the game here, it seems like both sides are really settling for jump shots, not trying to get to the basket, maybe get to the free throw line. I'd like to see them attack the rack a little bit more readily.
Now they will attack the rack. There you go. Cesar Sandoval. The third of 3 shots finally go down for Sandoval and ties the score. 2-2 tie, nearly 2.5 minutes into the opening half of action here at Everett Community College. Loser out ball game. Winner advanced to the Elite 8 tomorrow. Back to the basket is Bethea. He'll turn, shoot, miss, but get fouled. And they're going to say it was before the shot, so he's going to is he going to the line or I thought he pointed out of bounds. It's going to be out of bounds.
I think he's going there for 2.
No, he is. Okay.
Yeah, tough call there on a fadeaway jumper as the opposing coach. Those aren't the kind of fouls that you want to send somebody to the line for, unfortunately.
So off the jump shot, Bethea will try to add to it here. First one won't go. Got 1 more. Missed on the 2. Trying to break the deadlock here. Bethea won't do it. Missed them both. And the rebound grabbed down by Dedrick Pakutis. And here comes Spokane, a 2-2 tie. They work at left corner, Cameron Gay. Long cross court, back over. 3 ball on the way. Sandoval's taken about every shot. He made 1, missed 3 so far. Down the lane they go, but Thea underhand lay-in won't go. But Sandoval grabs the rebound and feeds it forward for a breakaway lay-in up and good by Pakutis.
Nice transition opportunity there. Again, it just takes a couple of baskets to go through the hoop, and I think both teams will start to settle down and play a little bit more of their appropriate style.
4-2 lead for Spokane. East number 2 against West number 3 here at Everett Community College. Long outside 3 ball. It's an air ball. That's the 21-footer that goes 19 feet. Now the corner, how about this one? Measure for another 3, and down it will go. And a timeout's going to be called on the floor, and we will step aside with 16 minutes and 23 seconds to go in the first half. It's Spokane 7, Tacoma 2. You're watching the NWAC Community College Basketball Championships on STSPN.com. Welcome back to Everett Community College. Going to be a misfire on the inbounds, and here we go. A 7-2 lead. Coach, you don't like the shot selection so far for the Tacoma Titans?
Yeah, I think they're just kind of settling at this juncture. You know, I'd like to see them script a few things just to try to get something interior, get their hot hands going if they can early, and that's going to allow everybody else to settle down a little bit.
Daniro Washington gets fouled as it goes baseline, as the defender kind of just stepped in the way, so they'll call him for the foul. Foul's going to be on Pilamai, his second team foul. Inbounds here for Tacoma, down 7-2 to Spokane. It's a nice move. They're going to say they'll foul before. Yeah, they will. It happened before. Goes leaned and got there, but got fouled before he got the bucket. So take that off the board. Well, a first substitution of the first half.
Well, I like the action. There are 3 fouls here. Think to the basket, and that's what you want to try to get to as best you can.
There's a takeaway here by Spokane. Long outside 3 ball, left side, no good. A miss there by Pakutis. Back down underneath they go. Gotel with it. Kicks it over to the left-hand side as they work it around. 19 to shoot now. Here's a little runner. Body on the floor, back up and in. Isaiah Gotel out of Cascade High School here in Everett with the bucket. And it's a 9-2, 7-point lead for Spokane. Tacoma, something's got to drop. How about this one? There you go. There's a 3 ball that'll finally go. Will Moore out of Cheyenne High School in Las Vegas drops it in. Almost 5 minutes into the ball game, and they get their second bucket of the game.
Good activity there. Looked like a scripted set out of the timeout, something that they could get a good touch with one of their better scorers.
Long outside 3 that gets a shooter's roll, and Will Moore Cameron Gay will put it in.
I like Spokane's ball movement. They've been able to have a lot of guys touch it. The ball gets from side to side, and they've had some good shot opportunities as well.
Here's another opportunity on that end. Will Moore, if they're going down, put it up.
That's right. Just takes one to go through the hoop, it seems like sometimes.
And now Tacoma to within 4 at 12-8. Gotel. Now left side Cameron Gay. Gay goes down low to the big guy, and he goes up and puts it in. George Pilimai out of Shadle Park High School in Spokane, the 6'6 sophomore, averages almost 10 points per ball game. We're going to have a media timeout on the floor. We'll take a break. 14 minutes, 13 seconds to play in the first half. 14-8 the score. Spokane leading Tacoma. This is the NWAC Community College Basketball Championship on STSPN.com. EVCC trivia time. Where can you live just steps from Everett Community College classes and have one payment for rent, utilities, and furniture? Answer, EVCC Student Housing. Check out our student apartments at everettcc.edu/housing. everettcc.edu/housing. Everett Community College. And that's where we are on the campus of EVCC in North Everett off Broadway. We're going to have a free throw here for Pilimai, George Pilimai out of Shadle Park. Rattles it home, completes a three-point play, and opens up again a 7-point lead as Spokane equals their biggest lead of the game. Right now, 15-8. Loser out, winner advances. They'll play either Bellevue or Portland, the winner of the second game here at the college later on this evening. Little runner that won't go, a miss by Quentin Bethea. I think he's going to visit the free throw line. Missed his first two the last time he was there. He'll try a couple of more.
Yeah, for shooters, certainly for both sides, it just takes one or two to get through the hoop, and then all of a sudden you allow yourself to settle in a little bit. Spokane's got off to a great start because they've had great activity and stuff at the basket. Tacoma, on the other hand, again, struggling from the perimeter here, but kind of forced Spokane's hand to have to defend. Picked up 14 fouls so far, so hopefully they stay aggressive and allow some other guys to contribute.
Pilimai with the personal foul, his second, fourth team foul, as you mentioned. Next free throw is good for Bethea, so he's 1 of 4 at the free throw line, a 53%er at the line. Now Spokane with the basketball, leading by 6. They do work it. They work the perimeter. They look for the big guy down low, just like that. Lamar Harris goes in, little hip-hop move, puts it up too hard, no good. And Bethea grabs the rebound for Tacoma. Just couldn't complete it that time. Now Bethea again. He'll measure, fire. That's a 2 that won't go. And Harris with the rebound.
Nothing better than long twos. Nothing better than long twos.
Way out top as they work it now. Cameron Gay. Gotel, foul line jumper. Brought rain, but no points because it went high up the elevator chute. Pasqua grabs the rebound for Tacoma. Kind of eyed the three ball, didn't do it. Pretty tough defense here by Spokane as well, denying the passing lanes.
Yeah, ball pressure's been really sound as well, so it's really made things tough for Tacoma to score. A little breakdown there late.
Stephen Shaw out of Foss High School puts it in for Tacoma. Pulls them to within 4 at 15-11. There's Ryan Alexander to Gotel. Back to Alexander again. Here's a long outside 3. Won't go by J.R. Delgado. And a foul off the rebound. And I think it will be Isaiah Gotel. 6'5" freshman, played last year for Cascade High School here in Everett. And Gotel picks up the foul. His first, 5th team foul.
Solid box out there. It's interesting watching Tacoma here as the game's progressed. as they've gotten some baskets to go in here, it seems like the defense has picked up a little bit. You never want that as a coach, but sometimes that's what it takes.
So Tacoma with the basketball, down by 4. Long outside 3, deep but won't go for Pasqua. Dayton Pasqua out of Tacoma Baptist. Small high school in Tacoma. Now they're going to dump it down low. Sandoval is there and puts it in. Sandoval opens up a 6-point lead for Spokane, 17-11. Dribble through, put it up, rattle and go. That's De Niro Washington. Back to a 4-point lead for Spokane. Down they go again. You know, look for the big guy.
Yeah, they're 4-round-1 right now inside, and you know, anytime they look inside, they flash that weak side post to the top, look high low. If not, reverse it. Pretty simple game, it seems like, for them right now.
Leading by 6 is Spokane. Little dribble drive, reverse dipsy-do. That's nicely done for Will Moore.
Well, that was a really athletic play. Nicely done there indeed.
Will Moore out of Cheyenne High School in Las Vegas. Wide open 3, but won't go. 2 wide open maybe. A miss by Delgado, but right down there again, grabbing it. Back out. Delgado says, watch this one. And it goes. Same exact spot.
It seems like, you know, Tacoma needs to do a little better job maybe trying to dig in the post, force it out of those hands, but giving up an offensive rebound for a 3 is a killer.
Foul line jumper good. Dayton Pasqua for Tacoma. 22-17 lead. 10:40 to play. First half. Delgado likes that corner. Now they get down to Sandoval. He'll back down, turn, face. The big body. Likes to use that big body, too.
Right hand, left hand. He's got to go in there a little bit in the interior. Nicely done there from the big guy.
8 points in the ball game. Now Tacoma working it. The lead's been hovering between 7 and 5, and now it's going to be down a little bit there because that's going to be Stephen Shaw who buries that long outside 3 and pulls them again to within 4. And a foul is going to be called. Trying to get the steal there is De Niro Washington, and the foul is going to be called, and we've got a timeout on the floor. We'll step aside with Spokane leading 24-20 over Tacoma. 9:51 to go in the first half. The 2018 NWAC Community College Basketball Championships on STSPN.com.
Red Lion Hotels Corporation is built to thrive. With innovative programming and in-the-know staff, our hotel brands offer guests great stays and a chance to immerse in local culture. Red Lion Hotels and Red Lion Inn and Suites are better than ever. For travelers who want to get lost and discover adventure, we open the door to the best local experiences. We have reinvented the loyalty program. Introducing Hello Rewards, the first recognition-based loyalty program that encourages members to go further, fly higher, travel better, with tailor-made rewards. And we're not stopping yet. Presenting Hotel RL, our newest hotel brand. Inspired by the natural beauty of the Pacific Northwest, an uplifting, relaxed atmosphere, a staff that loves what they do. For adventurers at heart,
Jet City Roller Derby brings the sport of roller derby to Snohomish County. Tickets for Jet City's 11th season are now available with doubleheader bouts at Edmonds Community College, featuring a family-friendly environment and a beer garden. Find a skater handing out flyers to receive a discount off entry to the next bout. Coach, you ready for some roller derby? You can throw an elbow, can't you?
Maybe 1 or 2, but that's probably all I got.
So here we go. You're starting to like the flow of the game a little better.
Yeah, it's been one of those things where on Tacoma's side, like I mentioned, you know, their offense has kind of helped their defense a little bit in terms of the activity. They got to find an answer to the post players for Spokane.
Like this?
You can't play behind. I'd like to see them front the post a little bit more, have that weak side help, or even dig from the top if they're going to play behind. But it's got to come right away. That's
Sandoval, who picks up his 10th point here in this first half. Ball goes out of bounds. But, I know I've heard you say it for probably 10 years, How many years have you been coaching? More than that.
Well, 13 at Lake Stevens, and then was at Burlington with the boys as an assistant up there for a while. So too many games probably.
But the offensive end triggered by the defensive end, right?
Yes, I mean it's one of those things that as a coach you want to see that feed the offense, especially if the offense isn't cooking or you're not executing in the half court. Sometimes you just need some transition opportunity stuff at the basket that's going to be more in the flow instead of being so scripted all the time.
TACOMA with it down low to Bethea, puts it up. You watch
action.
Bethea.
Yeah, great action.
He's got a basketball player's body.
There's no question. Great action and activity off of that. And again, that's just guys playing. That's what these guys want to do anyways.
Dribble along the baseline. Nobody there to close it off for Ryan Alexander, but it's a miss, and TACOMA grabs the rebound. Oh, yeah. I think that De Niro Washington was going to shoot.
He needed to shoot that. That's just a rhythm three-point shot right there. As coaches, players, you want that to go up. I mean, if it's a 4-point game at this juncture, why not?
So the turnover off the travel, so a 26-22 lead for Spokane. 8:38 to play in the first half.
We talk about that as coaches. Those are comfort zone kind of threes. You shoot those out at the playground, out in the gym all the time. That's a rhythm shot you want to take.
Man, here's a defensive pressure. Anthony Parker with the steal. Brings it up, bounces it forward. Spin move. Oh, one, maybe too many spins that time. And it's going to be a turnover there. Bethea. I think Bethea threw it to Shaw. Shaw didn't expect it. See what happens here. Bethea says, I'll just take it myself.
Nicely done. Good activity. Good trap right past half court. Turnover and an easy basket the other way.
And it's a 2-point ball game. 26-24. 8 minutes to play first half. Spokane and TACOMA. Looking at now, they tried to force it down low to the Sandoval, and it was knocked away. Here's a three. Oh, I thought it was going to go into the second bounce. It's a miss there by De Niro Washington, grabbed by Spokane. Ooh, almost traveling there was Pakudis. Out of Gay. Spokane slowed things down here. Now a long outside three ball. It goes down for Dedrick Pakudis out of Lewis and Clark. Averages 13.8 points per ball game.
One of those closeouts. We would call them a belly button closeout. That's not going to stop a shooter. You got to have that hand up in the face.
No help underneath as dribbling around, Curly Neal style, is Dayton Pasqua. So he kicks it back out. Bethea will shoot an outside three that won't go. Rebound by Alexander up the floor. Spokane with the basketball, leading by 5. Well, knocked away. The shot there by Pakudis was knocked away and going in for an easy lay-in. De Niro Washington on both ends of that play. It's a 3-point ball game.
What's really helped TACOMA here is their defense has turned it into some cheap and easy basket on the offensive side of the floor. Good help, weak side help there off the front of the post.
They were looking for Sandoval, couldn't find him. He wanted a foul call, didn't get it. Here's a runner that won't go. A miss there by Pasqua. Outlet pass down for Spokane. Alexander, corner. 3. No, wouldn't go for Alexander. Sandoval came out there and was dribbling the basketball and found the rebound. They said, I got to get rid of this thing way out here. This is no man's land. But they find underneath for a nice bucket by Pilimai, and it's 31-26.
TACOMA was never set on that defensive possession, so it found some easy gaps for Spokane to get to the rack and find an easy one.
Now TACOMA on the offense, on the attack in the black uniforms. Little double pump won't go. Follow up by Shaw won't go. So the first miss by De Niro Washington. Shaw with the miss on the follow up, and then a foul called as the ball was heading into backcourt. And I think they're going to get Spokane's Cameron Gay with the foul. Yeah, picks up the foul. His first personal foul and the 6th team foul.
Good hustle and activity on both sides right there. Loose ball kind of out. Unfortunately, it's one of those hustle plays you can't get on your player for because both sides are getting after it and you can get after the ball.
So TACOMA basketball down by 5. New player there, Cole Kinslow, Rim of the World High School in Crestline, California, is in there. They go baseline. Nico Buchanan. Oh, they're going to call an offensive foul. Illegal screen is going to be called there. And, I know you do. You watch a lot of college basketball, and they'll say lots of times the illegal screen isn't the foul. It's not the fault of the guy that set the illegal screen. A lot of time it's the other guy.
Exactly right. Leave too soon. That was just a dribble handoff exchange that was a little awkward. And, again, you got to give that second of space for it to be legal, and unfortunately right there it wasn't.
We're going to have a foul on the other end now. And I believe it is on Kinslow. Kinslow picks up the foul, his first personal foul, fourth team foul. Gotel with back to the basket there, got pushed from behind. Isaiah Gotel's let his hair grow since he played for Cascade. Just by the way, wearing number 5 there out of Cascade High School here in Everett.
It's a college thing. Sometimes it happens. Parents aren't on you about cutting it, those kind of things. You can do what you like.
So here's the inbounds. Dribbling through is Cameron Gay. Back out for a 3 that rattles and goes. That's a 3 ball from top of the key there by Ryan Alexander. And it's out to a 34-26 lead. But then answering on the other end is Will Moore with a 3 ball of his own. So briefly was out to an 8-point lead, but it's back down to 5. Alexander will save it from going into backcourt. They're looking for Gotel at the low post. No, he just clears out and then going underneath there and then blocked right back in the face of Cameron Gay. And Tacoma brings it up. Outside 3, Stephen Shaw with the bucket. And it's suddenly a 2-point ball game. It was 8 about 15 seconds ago, it seems like. It's down to 2 again at the 4:20 mark to play first half. And the ball knocked away. Nice play defensively. Lamar Harris with the knockaway. Prevented Spokane from getting an easy bucket. They'll have to work for it here with 19 on the shot clock. And we have a timeout on the floor. We'll take a break. 4:14 to play in the first half. Spokane 34, Tacoma 32. Back after this on NWAC Championship on STSPN.com.
As certified jumpers, divers, and survival experts, Special Forces are dropped behind enemy lines to train foreign fighters, carry out covert missions, or prevent future conflicts. These soldiers live for the challenge, highly trained and highly intelligent. Special Forces soldiers are the best of the best.
Be sure to check out the NWAC on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram for all the latest NWAC news. Also visit nwacsports.org for the most recent information on schedules, scores, stats, and more. nwacsports.org. Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and the NWAC Sports Network on YouTube. We're live here this afternoon at the Walt Price Student Fitness Center on the campus of Everett Community College. Tom Lafferty along with Brandy Edens, head coach at Lake Stevens High School. Pat Castro on our stats tonight. Todd Elvig and all the gang down in the truck running things here on the NWAC Sports Network at STSPN.com. 2-point ball game. Spokane with a 2-point lead. The inbounds it goes for a turnaround jumper by Gay. Won't go. Reload for Alexander. That one won't go. Third time is a charm. Delgado with the third attempt, and that one will go and makes it a 4-point ball game. Spokane 36-32 over Tacoma.
Just when it seems like Tacoma's about ready to get over the hump, Spokane comes up, obviously with the extra chances right there and opportunistic basket.
Here's a runner that won't go for Harris. Back out, long outside 3, won't go. Offline right, no good. Missed by Daniro Washington. A steal here by Harris. Leave it for Washington. Going in, the bucket is good. Little stick-to-itiveness there for Tacoma for some defensive pressure. And now here's a double team, triple team, but doesn't matter. He's going to go up and get it anyway. George Pilimai with the bucket. make it a 4-point ball game again, 38-34.
Great poise there with 3 bodies around him to kind of gather himself, go up strong, and finish. This is a quality play right there.
I'm not sure he knew where the basketball was half the time. Bethea, no, they're going to call an offensive foul here. Lamar Harris, the Energizer Bunny, he's just come in and just put a spark of energy into Spokane.
Yeah, he's done a really nice job. And
So
sometimes
that's Tariq Romaine for Tacoma.
Yeah, sometimes that's what you need. You know, if that core group to get things started a little sluggish out of the gate, like we talked about. You know, you need those bench guys, especially the longevity of a tournament. You're going to have different contributions from different players to help you along the way.
Spokane basketball leading by 4, 38-34. Under 3 minutes now to play in the first half. Backdoor, little alley-oop lob for the bucket, up and good for Lamar Harris. Nice pass that time. 6-point lead for Spokane. And like you said, Tacoma gets to within 2, and then Spokane just jumps it out to 6 or 7 again. Bethea looked. Bethea gave away to Moore, and he got fouled on the way in.
Nice back cut right there. Great pass as well. I'd like to see him finish that. Obviously got fouled on the play, get 2 shots there. But, yeah, it's one of those things with Tacoma. If they could string together a few stops, kind of build off of the offensive side of things, allow them to, hopefully put a little spurt together of their own. My high school radio broadcast partner, Bill Kusser, we always kind of tear up when we see a bounce pass from the olden days. Yeah, it's I'm not a fan. Maybe that's because I've seen too many youth basketball games of little guys and gals trying to throw bounce passes. They don't throw good ones. But when it's done correct, the old Princeton stuff, it's pretty to watch. There's no question about it.
That was my other Jim Adams, former coach at Snohomish High School. I said to Coach one night, okay, explain to me the Princeton offense.
Yes.
He goes, okay, first you go to Princeton. Therefore, you're smarter than everybody else. Now we can start basketball.
Exactly right. Exactly right.
So Spokane with the ball in their front court, leading by 5. Lamar Harris, won't go. Gets his own rebound. Pushes it out to a teammate, Jared Delgado. They'll reset the offense here. Cameron Gay. Corner, no. A miss there in that corner that will not go. And the rebound will be controlled by Tacoma. Titans with the basketball. Who's got it? Back out. And they have a whistle.
Okay, both players kind of got caught up there on the floor. Need a second or two.
So what are they?
Both were hustling after that loose ball. Kind of got rolled up on and just paused play for a second, make sure both are okay.
Okay. So they just stopped play to make sure everybody's got all 10 fingers.
Yeah, check all the bearings and everything. Yep.
Okay. I thought, well, there's no foul. It wasn't out of bounds. We're just going to pause here. Hit the pause button. 5 to shoot. Outside Bethea. No, never hit the backboard either. Gay grabs the rebound. Harris with it. Pacudas with an outside 3. There's your rhythm 3.
Exactly right. Both teams really thrive in transition because, again, kids are just playing. So they've practiced it well enough. Both teams want to play that way. And, again, kind of takes the scripted piece out of the equation. Cameron
Gay kind of walked beside its blocked shot. Now out for more. 3 won't go. Saved down in the corner. Pasqua again. With 1:01 to play in the first half. Foul's going to be called. It's going to be on Cameron Gay. He's out of Lakeside, 9 Mile Falls in the Spokane area. And free throw coming up here for Dayton Pasqua. For Cameron Gay, who picked up the foul, that's his second personal and the 8th team foul. Free throw, good. Pasqua will get another. 43-36. Spokane's led by as much as 8. Tacoma had an early 2-0 lead, but Spokane just hasn't been able to pull away. See what the adjustments will be at halftime. Head coach TJ Call of the Tacoma Titans Jeremy Groth, head coach at Spokane. Less than a minute now to play in the first half. Sandoval is going to force it up anyway, gets his own rebound back up. It won't go second time. He'll have to earn them.
Tacoma's adjustment right there, trying to front the post this time, and but a really solid pass. If you're going to front the post there, you need better ball pressure out on top. That way that pass is tough to get into. And you'd like to see the wings dig a little bit earlier. Who cares if it goes out of the perimeter? Obviously, catch it by the basket, he's going to go right up there, and obviously got a foul of that.
Sandoval, first free throw is good. And he will get another. Cesar Sandoval averages 19.6 points per ball game. 6'6" sophomore out of Moses Lake. Next one is good.
Really impressed with both sides. There's a lot of balanced scoring. There's not one core guy that they're getting the ball to consistently. Each team's got at least 5 players with some type of balance in there. And that's obviously going to continue, obviously, for the team that's going to win here.
8-point lead. Steal by Gay and a foul coming down.
Never want to compound a turnover there with a foul, especially when you're going to send the team to the free throw line. Maybe a coach's pet peeve there.
A certain coach is sitting up here on the third level at Everett Community College.
Yeah, one of maybe too many, probably.
A whole list of coaches' pet peeves.
Yeah, free throws, lay-ins, those are always things. If you ask any of our players, it'd be the first 2 things they'd throw out there. And then that's a situation and score thing here. Under a minute to go, you're going to send a team to the free throw line. You don't want to give up free points in that sequence. And again, you don't want to compound a turnover there with a foul, especially giving them a free trip to the line.
And Spokane now opening up their biggest lead of the game, up by 9 points at 47-37. So a 10-point lead for Spokane. .23 to shoot now for Tacoma. 34 on the game clock. Pasqua with it. Closed off one way, changes direction. Back out for Will Moore, who shoots a 3, won't go. Rebound grabbed down by Lamar Harris. Feed it over to the right side. Pacudas with a 3 that won't go. With 17 seconds to go, here comes Tacoma. Pasqua. Will Moore almost got blindsided from behind there by Harris. Moore goes in, puts up a shot, won't go. Gotel grabs the rebound. 4 seconds, 3 seconds. Gotel brings it up, feeds it left-hand side. Alexander inside, a second to go, and he puts it up, and it will not go. And we have reached halftime here at the Walt Price Student Fitness Center at Everett Community College. Game 5 of the 2018 NWAC Men's Basketball Championships. Our score at the half, the Spokane Sasquatch 47, the Tacoma Titans 37. Coming up, our halftime features here. You're watching the 2018 NWAC Community College Basketball Championships on STSPN.com.
Historic, unique, exciting. As challenges continue to test the mettle of Americans, your community has to depend on willing citizens just like you to answer the call and respond to local disasters and other times of crisis. You may be surprised to find out who we are and what we do. In fact, it could actually be your story too. The Air National Guard.
From the arrival of the first colonies in the New World until today, communities across America have depended on their own local patriotic citizens to be available for extraordinary challenges as a part-time militia guard. For over 300 years, they have been in every war and rushed to the scene of every natural disaster. At the turn of the 20th century, when airplanes were used for various military needs, the State National Guard units flew for domestic use as well as preparing for wartime needs.
December 7th, 1941, a date which will live in infamy.
It soon became clear that the professional use of aircraft was very important to the United States. After World War II, Congress created the United States Air Force and transformed the aviation units at local guard units into the Air National Guard. Now, in more than 130 communities across the United States, the Air National Guard covers a wide variety of jobs. Nearly 200 part-time and full-time career opportunities. Each location can host any number of unique missions, and each one of these missions includes many exciting jobs waiting for you to master.
As our name suggests, air means you could be involved with aviation efforts, including space and cyberspace, volunteering for both state and federal needs. An excellent example is the Combat Air Patrol mission. The units assigned to this vital mission have fighters that are on alert, ready to scramble at a moment's notice, protecting local communities from aircraft entering unauthorized airspace. But not just pilots are involved. Munition specialists, aircraft mechanics, and airfield operations specialists are needed to keep these missions flying.
Nowadays, everything is very high quality electronics and very digitized. So what I do is I maintain and make sure these F-16s have the correct components, have the highest upgraded digital systems installed.
In recent years, through remote technologies, serving overseas may actually take place at your local Air Guard unit. You could be protecting ground troops overseas or carrying out other missions through remote piloted aircraft and space satellite operations. As a part of the elite battlefield air.
And we welcome you back to Everett Community College, the Walt Price Sports and Fitness Center, the NWAC Men's Championship. It's a final 8 games. It's a final game for one of the teams that are going to play in our next game, the Portland Panthers and the Bellevue Bulldogs. Introduce yourself and tell us where you're from.
Franklin Norman. I'm from Portland Community College. I'm from Portland, Oregon. Born and raised.
Born and raised in Portland. What high school?
I went to Benson High School.
Okay, that's all right.
Class of 2013.
So you just 2013. Mm-hmm. So you waited a while, or what?
I went to Clark fresh out of high school, and I didn't do too well in playing, so I just sat out a couple of years, and I talked to Coach Broadus. He brought me back to play.
Very cool. Yeah. Very cool. You're getting to play basketball on the college level, and you're in the playoffs.
Yes.
What else do you want?
Yes.
But introduce yourself. Where you're from.
My name is Gabe Garrett. I was also born and raised in Portland, Oregon, and I went to Jefferson High School.
Okay. So you couldn't stand him, right?
Yeah. You know it. Rivals.
Right. Tell me the decision that you made to stay in Portland and play at PCC.
Well, originally I went to Southwestern Oregon Community College.
Okay.
Went there, things didn't work out. I ended up redshirting. Then I needed an opportunity to play basketball still. Coach Broadus gave me that, and it was a good move for me to come back to Portland.
Very cool. Tell me about Coach Broadus.
Excellent coach, on and off the field. On and off the court. He leads by example, and just a perfect coach, man. Perfect guy to play for. He shows us right from wrong off the court, and he shows us how to be leaders. And other than basketball, he tells us to take school serious, and education is the most important thing. So
you're taking that to heart?
Yes.
Very cool.
School first.
There you go. School first. Tell me about Bellevue. Who you play today?
Bellevue, they usually always have a pretty solid team. I always see them making the NWAC tournament, so I know, even though they're a number 4 seed, not to underestimate them. And
did you play them during the year, regular year?
Not this year, but we lost to them last season, so I'm looking to get my revenge.
There you go. They're looking for revenge. There you go. That's a Franklin Norman, Gabe Garrett, Portland Panthers, taking on the Bellevue Bulldogs. Guys, good luck.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Go Panthers.
There you go. Go Panthers.
Red Lion Hotels Corporation is built to thrive. With innovative programming and in-the-know staff, our hotel brands offer guests great stays and a chance to immerse in local culture. Red Lion Hotels and Red Lion Inn & Suites are better than ever. For travelers who want to get lost and discover adventure, we open the door to the best local experiences. We have reinvented the loyalty program. Introducing Hello Rewards, the first recognition-based loyalty program that encourages members to go further, fly higher, travel better, with tailor-made rewards. And we're not stopping yet. Presenting Hotel RL, our newest hotel brand. Inspired by the natural beauty of the Pacific Northwest, an uplifting, relaxed atmosphere, a staff that loves what they do. For adventurers at heart, Hotel RL will inspire an amazing journey. Our future has never been brighter. 3 strong brands, an expanding portfolio, industry-leading innovation with turnkey solutions, simple fee structures, areas of protection, continued support from day one. We make partnerships easy. Reach a new breed of traveler with RLHC.
Coming up next, it'll be the Bellevue Bulldogs and the Portland Panthers. We heard from a couple of Portland Panthers. How about a couple of Bellevue Bulldogs? Jonathan Michael, Trey Nelson. Trey, tell us where you're from and what you're doing at Bellevue.
Well, I'm from Portland, Oregon, so it's fun playing against Portland.
You used to play against those guys?
Yeah, I play with them, play against them every summer, every year, so it's going to be fun to play against them. I'm in Bellevue, just came up last year, worked out with Bellevue and decided to come here. So.
What high school in Portland?
I went to Grant for 2 years and then transferred to Sunset.
There you go.
Yeah, so.
And how about you?
I'm from Shoreline area.
Shoreline,
so not
okay.
too far from here.
Okay, Shorewood High School.
Yep.
What was your decision to go to Bellevue?
Basically just played FOH, so AAU basketball with the coaches from Bellevue, so I was kind of familiar with them, and so, yeah, just saw the opportunity and decided to play for Bellevue.
Now, I have to admit something now. I went to Bellevue Community College when it was Bellevue Community College, but here's how long ago that was. You know, the address of Bellevue Community College is 3000 Landerholm Circle.
Yeah.
Dr. Landerholm was the president of the college when I was there, so
wow.
that's old. That's a long time ago. So tell me about Coach Grove.
Coach Brady?
Brady. Yeah, Brady. First year, right?
Yeah. First year there. He's a great coach. Love him. Love his anticipation of the game, and I just love playing for him and what he loves to do, his coaching style.
Well, and when I
brings something new to practice every day. Like, he's a younger coach, so you could definitely tell by the energy he brings to practice every day. He's real supportive of us, lets us go on the court, but also, you know, he's not afraid to let us know when we're doing wrong. So helped us grow a lot as a player this year. So, yeah, love playing for Coach Brady.
So who's going to win the next game then?
I think Bellevue got it.
Bellevue College?
Yeah.
And you know what? And we said it before we went on the air here. I can tell you're a basketball player. You know why? It says right there on your badge. It says basketball player. So, okay. Guys, good luck.
Appreciate it.
There you go.
Yep. Thank you.
That's Jonathan Michael, Trey Nelson, Bellevue Bulldogs. Used to be the helmsman, too, the Bellevue helmsman back in the old days. We'll be back with more right after this.
Life is about moments. If you fight, I fight. If I fight, we fight.
You be there and watch what I do when the bell rings.
Do you have that real look in your eye that when you look at yourself in the mirror, you can ask yourself this question: did I give everything I got? Did I lay it all on the line? Or am I cheating myself?
What you say, Quade?
See ya!
Right at it. Oh! He's done it again!
So whatever you're gonna do, claim it. Leave your mark on this world.
And we welcome you back. The Tacoma Titans, the Spokane Sasquatch, Walt Price Student Fitness Center at Everett Community College. Tom Lafferty along with Coach Randy Edens. And we're getting set for the second half to get underway. Spokane with a 47-37 lead over Tacoma. And our next game will feature Bellevue and Portland. But here we go, second half to get underway. And it'll be Spokane with the basketball and the lead, and a long outside three that won't go. A miss there by George Pilimai, and it'll be controlled by Tacoma. Back to the basket there is Quentin Bethea. Long outside shot, won't go for Dayton Pasqua. Back up and in. Stephen Shaw. So, okay, Coach, if you're the coach of the Tacoma Titans, what did you tell your team at half?
Well, I think the biggest difference is statistically, Spokane had 24 points in the paint compared to Tacoma's 12. Obviously, to start there, Tacoma right after, offensive rebound, putback, score. Nice to see that.
And an outside shot that's up, and it's good for Dedrick Pacudas. Gives him 11 points in the ball game. Leading scorers, 12 points for Cesar Sandoval, leading the other side Will Moore has 12 points as well to lead the charge for Tacoma. That's a fairly decent move right there, Dayton Pasqua.
Really athletic, got himself to the rack again. Another bucket in the paint, and that's something that they got to be persistent with. Maybe get themselves to the free throw line and try to close this gap here.
50-41, 9-point lead. Underneath, Sandoval. Boy, he likes to use that big frame, doesn't he? Just clear himself some space.
And some great hands down there. That was a tough pass, tough catch. Like to see some weak side help from Tacoma to help there. Make them skip the ball across and then have to adjust from there.
That's Will Moore. Stephen Shaw will shoot the three. Rims and won't go. And Pillamai grabs the rebound for Spokane. Sasquatch leading at 52-41. Sandoval looked at the three, didn't take it. Instead, he found it wide open. You just can't leave him that wide open, can you, Coach?
No, that was a great extra pass and a good, clean, open look.
Alexander with the bucket. 55-41, the lead. Now at 14 points, biggest lead of the game for Spokane. That one won't go. And the foul off the rebound, I think, is also going to be on Bethea. It will be. Quentin Bethea out of Auburn Riverside High School in Auburn picks up his second personal foul. First team foul. So Spokane with the basketball and a 14-point lead. Foul as Pacudas shot it. And did they get him shooting two? Was he shooting a two just inside the line?
Yeah, just inside. Yeah. Again, tough, kind of fadeaway, contested shot. Just don't want to foul a jump shooter right there. Make him make that.
First free throw is good. Nice to talk to a couple guys at halftime there from Portland and Bellevue, the next game coming up.
Kind of that danger zone right now here for Tacoma. You know, leads or deficits 15 for them. Gonna have to be really persistent here these next 4 or 5 minutes. Try to hang around here and get through this tough stretch.
So the lead is 16 points, biggest lead of the game for Spokane. Can Tacoma chip away here, or else their season's going to come to a screeching halt? Dayton Pasqua, no. They put the Energizer Bunny in early. Didn't he travel? Didn't he go up and down and up again? No, they're going to say jump ball.
Should have really just dropped that pass off. He had a teammate literally right next to him that could have had a good, clean look, maybe to taken that defender out of the equation and gotten a 2-point basket.
Tariq Romaine will throw it in from Timberline High School in Lacey. Long inbounds to Pasqua. Give it off to Bethea, and he'll lay it up and in. Now, here's where you coach, right? Now let's get a stop.
Yeah, you want to go a little stop, score, stop, if at all possible, just to try to string a few things together. You can't think big picture right here. You got to go in little chunks, and if anything, especially the college game, you got to go to immediate timeout And, you know, at this stage, hopefully try to get to single digits, hopefully by the 15-minute mark.
Pasqua, they did get a stop on the other end. Pasqua will shoot a three. Air ball. Back up by Bethea, won't go. Follow up there, though, is Will Moore. 3 shots at it, and the third one went down, and it's 57-45.
Where they've made some hay here is, again, paint points. And I would imagine, looking at the stats at halftime, that was a point of emphasis for their squad. We got to find more ways to get to the basket. Threes are always going to be there, but let's go get some interior touches.
There's an interior touch, and it goes right into the hands of Cesar Sandoval, and a timeout on the floor is going to be called here by Spokane after the bucket. Spokane 59, Tacoma 45. We continue with more from Everett Community College right after this on STSPN.com. Clark College in Vancouver, Washington is enrolling for winter quarter. Whether you want to advance your career, complete a degree, or earn your high school diploma, Clark College can help you reach your goals. Visit clark.edu to learn more. Coach, points in the paint?
Big. 28-20 right now. I know it's 24-12 at half, but a good concentrated effort on Tacoma's behalf to get some extra opportunities. And that may just mean that, as we've seen the last couple of trips, crashing in the glass, getting an offensive rebound and a putback. Those are momentum plays. You string a few of those together, come up with a couple stops, and you're right back in this thing.
14-point lead now. And Tacoma with the basketball. Tariq Romaine now top to Will Moore. Back to Romaine again. Romaine dribbles through, goes in, scoop lay, and good. Athletic play there for Tariq Romaine, the 5'10 freshman, averaging 11 points per ball game. Now Spokane with the lead by a dozen. Pacudas looked at a three, but had a hand in his grill, so he decided not to. And now Sandoval will shoot a three. It won't go. Not sure you want your big guy shooting a three out there with the lead there. Will Moore brings it down again, going in, high up. No, won't go for Tariq Romaine. Foul call.
Yeah, if I'm Tacoma right now, I'm enjoying Sandoval shooting that from 20-plus feet away. You go ahead and shoot those. We'll take our chances with that instead of those interior touches.
So free throw here for Romaine. First one is good. 15:30 to play, first half. The lead is 11 points. It was 16 a couple of minutes ago. That one will go as well. Full court pressure, fairly easily broken. Cameron Gay saves it. Sandoval again. Then breaking through there. Oh, can't make it go. Pilimai, another shot. No, won't go. He'll have to earn him at the free throw line. Nice pass there by Sandoval. Found Pilimai on his way in, but he missed the lay-in from point-blank range. And the 6'6 sophomore out of Shadle Park High School in Spokane will go to the free throw line.
Tacoma got themselves caught with that full court pressure where the ball got advanced fairly cleanly, and then they got caught behind Sandoval. He gave him an interior touch, had the high post dive to the basket, got a touch, and then ultimately got to the free throw line.
Shaw with the foul, his second personal, third team. Free throw good, 61-49. The lead is 12 points for Spokane. Tacoma, the black uniforms, moving to our left with the basketball. Pasqua, long outside three, and it goes. Dayton Pasqua, you said if you can get it to single digits at the 15-minute mark, how about it's 14:57? Is that close enough?
Yeah, it works. Again, sometimes you have to manage it in chunks as a coach, and certainly in the college game being that much longer, you got to continue just to get the kids to believe and continue to play hard. And as we've seen with Tacoma, defense has led to some good opportunities on the offensive side of the floor for them.
And Pilimai with a couple of opportunities here with lay-ins that won't go. And there's a three-point opportunity coming up here for Tariq Romaine. And we're going to have a timeout on the floor with 14:34 to play in the basketball game. What was a 16-point lead is now a 7-point lead. Spokane 61, Tacoma 54. Back with more of the 2018 NWAC Community College Basketball Championships on STSPN.com.
I'm Danny Horton, and I'm an STCU member. The windstorm of 2015, who doesn't remember that? Had no power, were the heaters, the horse drop was a 600-pound block of ice. STCU stepped up. I went straight down. I got the loan I needed. If it hadn't been for STCU and the ability to provide everything I needed, where would I have been? I'm Danny Horton, and STCU is here for good.
Seems like it's always. And welcome back here to the NWAC Basketball Championships on the men's side. Tacoma and Spokane. Okay, Coach, you got your single digits by the 15-minute media timeout. What are you looking for before the 10 media timeout?
You want to keep the momentum here and remind your players out of the timeout what got you here. You know, those interior touches, attacking the basket, which they've done, got an extra opportunity there, and continue to play hard. Keep hanging in this thing.
Tariq Romaine out of Timberline High School in Lacey completes the three-point play and now gets steal. Back out, long, Pasqua, three, and down it goes. Well, there's your three-point game now at 61-58. All the way back from 16 down, ball knocked out of bounds. But they've just picked up a whole spark full of energy, haven't they? Somebody had a Monster Energy drink out in the hallway at halftime.
Yeah, no question. Again, it's just taking a couple buckets for them. It's a little reverse how you'd want it as a coach, but if this is how this team thrives, more power to them. Keep doing what they're doing.
Yeah, overplay on the defense there. That's going to be Romaine. In hockey, that's hooking.
You don't mind that for right there, especially with the momentum they've got right now. If that kind of will keep things going. Even though there's a foul, it kind of gets Spokane thinking, you know, hey, we got to be a little sharper with the ball right now.
Full court pressure off this inbounds. Sandoval will throw it in, looking. And then a double team, still in back court, and then an air steal. Back over, one too many passes. They went to Sandoval, and he was trying to get it right back over to Lamar Harris, and the ball went out of bounds.
A little unfortunate for Tacoma. They had a steal go right through the hands, and then a good athletic play by Tariq to knock that thing out of bounds.
And then you saw Tacoma kind of gather together and gave each other a high five, like, come on, guys, let's go, let's go, let's go.
Exactly. Keep this thing going.
Inbounds goes baseline, then losing the defender and putting it up and in is a J.R. Delgado out of Warden High School, Warden, Washington.
Tiny Warden, Washington.
Very tiny. Going in, Romaine. No, they're going to say no. It happened on the floor before. Tariq Romaine.
Tariq has been a really tough guard off the bounce. Has really provided them a good spark, and I don't know from Spokane who's going to keep him in front, but he's been impressive.
Looking to throw it in. 21 to shoot. He gets it back. Oh, forgot something.
Good pick there.
Yeah, Lamar Harris gets it.
Right back.
Tariq says, I'll take it back, and then Harris says, no, you're going to knock it out of bounds. So it will stay in the possession of Spokane in their front court with 26 to shoot. Sasquatch with a 63-58 lead. Long outside three. Early in the shot clock, and down it goes for J.R. Delgado. Back out to an 8-point lead.
Once again, one of those belly button closeouts. You know, you don't have a high hand. Again, it's a rhythm three-point shot. That's a huge bucket right there. You know, that's just a kind of a gimme.
Oh, Romaine forgot something again. This time he got his pocket picked, and Alexander goes hard to the floor. They'll have to go and get him, and he's going to have to go to the free throw line.
I think they're going to the baseline. We just called it before.
Spokane's Jeremy Groth thinks maybe it was off the shot.
I think the official there said he was trying to pass, but when you're going up to the basket, I don't know anybody that's passing at that point.
Yeah, I don't care who you are. You're not passing, right? Out for a three. No, they dump it right back down. Back out. Wow, down it goes. J.R. Delgado, same spot a couple of times in a row down the floor, and it opens up again an 11-point lead. It was down to three. And then Spokane scored a big hurry. Pasqua, no. No, and no, and no.
Some steps there. I just thought it was a slow 1-2, if anything else. Didn't look like a travel there, but back to Spokane.
The officials, Ben Wolf, Derek Davis, Mark Bartroff on the floor in this NWAC championship. Kind of an unforced error a little bit there by Cameron Gay, and then we're going to turn it right on back to J.R. Delgado, who picks up the basketball. Cameron Gay out for the corner. Delgado couldn't hit three in a row. Harris almost had the rebound. In fact, they'll get him credit for it because he's going to get it right back into Spokane's hands. 12:21 to play in the half. Gay lost it, ran into the defender, and Mergaseo was knocked out of bounds.
Good defense right there to keep the dribble in front. And, I thought one of those things that Spokane, even though they've hit a couple of threes here, need to go back to that inside 4-round one, try to force TACOMA here to have to defend the post. That's such an advantage for Spokane right now.
Harris turns, spins, and puts it off the window and in. Lamar Harris out of Crenshaw High School in Los Angeles. 12 minutes to play in the game, a 71-58, 13-point lead for Spokane. The Sasquatch with the lead. The double screen. And then Shaw will shoot it. Boy, the tough luck shot won't go. Harris grabs the rebound for Spokane. Cameron Gay dumps it down low. That's a great pass. Pilimai with the bucket. Cameron Gay with the assist. And it's 73-58. Now 15-point lead.
Sold that dribble drive really well. Brought two defenders and a great drop-off pass for a basket.
Romaine dumps it to Shaw. Lost it. Went out of bounds. Stephen Shaw, I think, was looking for a foul. He's not going to get it.
Yeah, not when TACOMA had a little mouse in the house. He was trying to get that post touch in there and unfortunately sped him up, turned it over.
Here's Gay. Kind of slaloming his way through. A little alley-oop pass underneath to Lamar Harris. They can't get it to go. And Tariq Romaine brings it up. Rhythm three won't go. Side iron no good by De Niro. Washington a miss. And Cameron Gable says, let's just slow things down here. We're at 11 minutes to play and leading it by 15 points. Harris. Bethea's on him defensively. Harris gets it back again. He traveled with the basketball. Good defensive pressure there by Quentin Bethea.
Yeah, no question. Again, Spokane's getting a little lost offensively. Need to go back to what they do and do real well. Again, it's going to force TACOMA to have to defend for long stretches, and when they've done that, they've gotten some great opportunities. Playing loosey-goosey seems to be a little more suitable for TACOMA to get back in this thing.
Pasqua has the ball. 17 to shoot. Stephen Shaw. Pasqua, it's going to be Cameron Gay. Cameron Gay with the steal and blocked from behind by Shaw. And then Spokane gets it back and going in, and the lay-in is up and it's good for J.R. Delgado. It's out now to a 17-point lead as Spokane has opened up their biggest lead of the game. Long outside three, rattles and it goes for Quentin Bethea. And we're going to have a timeout on the floor here. 75-61 Spokane leading TACOMA. Back with more from Everett Community College after this timeout.
Soldiers in the Guard's intelligence field gather information on the enemy using a variety of tactics. Scanning foreign communications, conducting interrogations, and debriefing friendly contacts, all while delivering and coordinating data to help allies on the battlefield or stop civil emergencies. The enemy can't hide from Guard intelligence.
WWCC is affordable. Find your way. Attend part-time. Direct transfer. Join the fun at WWCC.
EVCC trivia time. Why do 19,000 students choose Everett Community College every year? Well, the answer is at EVCC. Faculty know your name and care about your future. Register now for spring classes at everettcc.edu. If you look at that picture, we're right over there inside that building. Beautiful facility here, the Walt Price Student Fitness Center on the campus of Everett Community College on North Broadway here in Everett. Tom Lafferty, the Randy Edens. Glad you're with us here for some NWAC basketball. Did you say you almost had a playoff game to go to, but your daughter's team lost, huh?
They got beat earlier today. Yeah, they were undefeated in the league season, and they lost in that first round, so a tough one.
Oh, first round of the playoff will bow out. One and done.
One and done.
Well, teach them early, right?
Yeah, well, there's some good lessons to be learned.
What age are we talking?
7th grade.
Oh, okay.
So she's a couple years out, but no, it's fun to watch them play, and it kind of keeps the juices flowing for myself since we're done. You got to have these kind of things to keep them up.
That's right. Here's the inbounds here for Spokane, leading at 75-61 over Tacoma. Does Tacoma have one more run in them? Well, first you got to play defense, and they didn't that time, and it's going to be J.R. Delgado with the bucket. Delgado with 17 points in the ball game. Kind of a quiet 17.
Has been. I was just looking at their scoring here. They're fairly well balanced. Delgado is 17, Sandoval 16, Pacuda's 13, and it goes right on down the list. Nice squad here.
Pasqua, no. Too long. Shaw there, offensive rebound and the bucket. 77-63.
So again, one of those scenarios here, you're trying to get to that, under 5. I know we're due for a media timeout here, I think, shortly, but that under 5-minute timeout, again, single digits. Can we get it there and give ourselves a chance here late?
They got it to single digits at the 15 timeout, but then it all blew up in their face.
Yeah, turned it over a little bit too much. There's a sequence there, I think 3 out of the 4 possessions, and Spokane, turned those into points, and all of a sudden it's back up to double figures.
And I think coach of Spokane is saying we should have an under 10 timeout, and I think they're saying that the 10:07 one was the – doesn't happen that way at Duke, North Carolina.
No. They need to sell advertising.
Yeah. Coach K and Roy Williams, they know exactly when those timeouts will be called. Dribbling in, Cameron Gay won't go. Harris, no. Bethea affected the shot. Gay will try again for a 3-ball. That won't go. And then the ball was dribbled out of bounds by Tariq Romaine, so another opportunity here for the Spokane Sasquatch. They're the Sasquatch, but it says Bigfoot on the uniform. So they'll get a fresh 30 on the shot clock. Delgado thought about it. Gay has it, knocked away by Romaine. Back to Delgado again. He'll stop, he'll pop, and he'll not go in. Stephen Shaw grabs it. 5 opportunities there for Spokane. None of them would go. Romaine gets it left side of the key. And they don't have time to they find Pasqua. It won't go. He's missed a couple of outside shots, and Delgado grabs the rebound for Spokane. And he'll shoot it himself. Early in the shot clock, it won't go, but the offensive rebound by Pillamai, that won't go. Taken away from him by Harris, his own player. So then he goes right back down to Pillamai, puts his shoulder into the face of Will Moore, who had to kind of bail out of there, and the bucket is good. It's 79-63.
That's a tough non-call right there. It might have been in that restricted area, but anytime you drop that shoulder, you feel like you get a whistle.
Shaw, left side. He'll just back up a couple of feet to try a 3-ball, and he's going to put up a 3, but he's going to get fouled on the way in. He's going to get 3 shots at it here from the free throw line.
I think the last thing you want to have happen right now when you're up 16 with under 8 to go is foul a 3-point shooter. Yikes.
Allowing them to shoot with the clock stopped.
Yeah, you can organize yourself defensively, probably bring some pressure. Tacoma's already going to start getting tight as it is anyways. They need to put some points on the board, and allow them these free opportunities. Not going to help.
That one won't go. Watch me throw a curveball here to Todd. Can you play that not a foul again? Here it comes, Coach. Tell me what you think. Down there. Ooh.
Yeah, I mean, this is a clear drop of the shoulder there. That's a whistle. That's a whistle. Some way, some direction or another.
79-64 the score. 7:50 to play in the game. Spokane is making it harder and harder for Tacoma to try to make a comeback here. And now Spokane can afford to take some time off the clock. Down to 13 on the shot clock. The ball's going to be knocked out of bounds. And Spokane retains possession in their front court. Spokane in the white uniforms, blue numbers and trim moving to our right. Pilimai, this little spin move. Lost the ball, got it back. Lost the ball, wouldn't go. Shaw with the block. Romaine grabs the ball.
I appreciate the officials letting them play down in the interior there, but I'd like to see Tacoma front the post once again. It's where they found the most success. Eliminating those touches and, again, forcing Spokane's hand out from the perimeter.
Romaine with the bucket there, and then I think he's going to get called for the foul here coming into front court. And that's going to be the fourth personal on Romaine. Doesn't look like Tacoma coach TJ Call is going to make a move to replace him, so he's going to play with 4 personals. You need his energy.
Yeah, I mean he's been the spark plug here in the second half. You'd like to not see him give up, free throws here at this stage. That's not going to help you get back in, especially with Spokane in the bonus the rest of the way.
So talk about when you're coaching, when you have a player with 4 at this juncture. Is there times you just have to, hey, coach, I have 4. Yeah, I know.
Yeah,
don't get 5.
Yeah, in this kind of scenario where the season's over at this stage, and he's been a pretty valuable player tonight. One of those things you're gonna have to let him go, and they'd rather play themselves anyways.
Shaw won't hit it, but they have almost had it, but it was taken away from him by Sandoval and Spokane. Under 7 minutes now to play. Cameron Gay to Pilimai with the bucket. It's up and it's good.
Great pass. That's the second time we've seen that. He really attacked the rack, get by that defender, forced the help, and then a nice easy drop off for a lay-in.
Will Moore, Pasqua in the corner. Bethea spins and puts it in.
Great move. Great move.
And with 6:31 to go, Tacoma will call a timeout. It's a 15-point lead. Does Tacoma have one more run in him? We'll tell you about it when we come back. 6:31 to play. Spokane 83, Tacoma 68. Back with more right after this.
Medical specialists in the Guard are skilled in CPR, field triage, and emergency life support. Medics stabilize and evac the wounded during combat, come to the aid of civilians in a disaster, and provide day-to-day outpatient care. Medical specialists are saving lives on and off the battlefield.
We are neighbors helping neighbors through a tradition of service with more than 6,000 citizen soldiers, which comprise our ranks throughout Washington State. Guardsmen faithfully safeguard lives and property at home and abroad. National Guard soldiers and readiness centers are an integral part of Washington State's communities and will continue to be for generations to come. To learn more about the Washington National Guard, visit nationalguard.com or call 1-800-GO-GUARD, the Washington National Guard. So, does Tacoma have one more run in them?
Well, with 6:30 to go, 15. You're going to have to speed them up, which is what looks like what Tacoma's going to try to do here. Force some cheap turnovers. But, yeah, there's still plenty of time left. Like to keep Spokane out for the free throw line and those interior touches. Force some perimeter shots, see if you can string a little run together. Again, let's shoot for that under 5 timeout and go from there.
It can't be good karma for Tacoma when they show the janitor walking across the baseline. So, time to clean up. So foul's going to be here. It's going to be on Cesar Sandoval. His 3rd personal foul, 5th team foul. So here comes Tacoma, down by 15 points, 6:20 to play. Tariq Romaine playing with 4 personal fouls. Shoots, misses. Sandoval rebound. Baseball pass up the floor to Pilimai. 1-on-4, goes between all the defenders and lays it up and in.
Man, I don't know how that wasn't a travel. I think he took a 1-2 and then a stop. Yikes.
Will Moore will leave it for Shaw in the corner. Romaine, he tried to go up, and right in front of him was Pilimai blocking his view. Shaw with the shot, no. Sandoval with the rebound, outlet to Gay. He says, nah, I thought he was going to slow things down. No, he's going to get fouled. And it will be on Will Moore out of Cheyenne High School in Las Vegas, Nevada, his first personal foul and the 8th team foul. So Cameron Gay goes to the free throw line.
One of those things that, once again, Tacoma is sending Spokane to the free throw line, Spokane into the bonus. Again, this is not going to be those kind of opportunities. It's going to allow you to get back into it if you give them free opportunities. Kind of a catch-22. You need to speed them up, try to turn them over, but sometimes those gambles turn into fouls, and at this stage for Spokane, free throws.
Cameron Gay, Lakeside, 9 Mile Falls outside Spokane. You been to 9 Mile Falls?
I had an uncle who lived up there, yes.
Oh, okay. All right.
Beautiful up there.
How far north out of Spokane?
Oh, my goodness. I want to say maybe about 20 miles.
And that's 20 miles is the distance between Cameron Gay, who's from Lakeside, 9 Mile Falls, and that steal in the bucket. That might just about do it with a 21-point lead.
Great steal, good anticipation, easy opportunity for him as well.
Pasqua dumps underneath for a two-handed slam dunk. Stephen Shaw with the bucket, 89-70 the score. Shaw with 15. Pilimai. The winner will play either Bellevue or Portland tomorrow at 6 o'clock in the Elite Eight, heading to the Final Four next weekend here at Everett Community College. That dribble drive there by Dedrick Pakutis.
10 seconds on the shot clock here. Obviously, you want to make sure you come up with a good touch.
And we're going to have a timeout called here with 4:39 to play in the game. Timeout on the floor. Spokane 89, Tacoma 70. Right here on STSPN.com. Coach Randy Edens, I think the thing you can say about Spokane is Tacoma made a couple of runs at them. They just didn't panic.
Yeah, they haven't flinched. And they've obviously gone through this most of the season, had teams run at them, and this is what you like to see out of a team. Come playoff time, your team's been through it enough times that they know how to handle these situations, and you hope in these last 4.5 minutes Spokane gets great looks at the hoop.
Spokane coming in at 21-8, East number 2 seed. That's Sandoval backing in. Turns, face, and fire. Won't go. Pasquale with the board. Up the floor to Bethea. Decided to lay it in rather than slam dunk it.
He's trying to channel his inner Dirk Nowitzki there. His leg kick with some space. It didn't work out too well for him, though.
Down to 4:10 to play. The lead is 17 points. Spokane with the basketball. Sandoval back to the basket.
Give right back to him.
Well, but you got.
There you
go. You thought it would get back to him.
Yeah, eventually. Tacoma was starting to head the other way, and Sandoval was right there for an easy opportunity.
Long outside. Pasqua rattles home a 3 ball. It's an NBA 3 there. And it's 91-75. Pasqua was 17 on the game. Cotton back court here. Timeout. Boy, just at 9.998 seconds, he got the timeout called because it's 20 on the shot clock off the 30-second clock.
Yeah, that really could have gone either way right there.
So Bellevue and Portland will play the next game here, and that will be the winner to play the winner of this game. Looking now, it'll be the Spokane Sasquatch with a 91-75 lead over Tacoma. Pierce College. Let's talk about Pierce College. They're celebrating 50 years of possibilities realized. Pierce College is here to guide you to student success. With more than 60 programs of study at Pierce College, there's a fit for you, your life, and your schedule, including short-term certificate programs, transfer degrees, and even baccalaureate degrees. Pierce provides flexible degree options to help you on your path. Your pathway is clear at Pierce College. So here we go. Spokane with the lead, 91-75, and a steal. Turnover here, that's Bethea, fouled on the way in. And Quentin Bethea will go to the free throw line, the 6'7 sophomore out of Auburn Riverside High School.
Last thing you want to do there for Spokane is turn the ball over. Still 20 seconds left on the shot clock. Make a good entry pass, get into your stuff, 3:20 something to go. You want quality opportunities, and if anything, I only want to shoot, lay-ins and free throws, if anything.
The Spokane foul on Alexander, his first, just the 6th team foul, so one more that puts him into the bonus. Inbounds here for Will Moore. High arcing shot that wouldn't go. Stephen Shaw almost had the rebound. It was taken away from him. And Spokane has it. Coming up on 3 minutes to play in the game. Spokane with a 16-point lead, and they'll milk the clock here.
Let's think about what got us here, those kind of opportunities.
Gay won't get it. Sandoval gets, they're going to say jump ball.
That's a correct call.
Yeah. Yeah. Sandoval had it. Then it was blocked right back at him. They're going to call the arrow, but the arrow is going to favor Spokane. Tacoma was pointing their way, but nope. So Gay will throw it in. Ryan Alexander changes direction. Knocked away from him. Steal. Moore laying on the ground. Gets it. Pasqua on the outlet. 2:45 to play. Pasqua off balance. That one you had no chance of going. Two Tacoma players are fighting each other, and Dedrick Pakuta says, I'll take it myself, lay it up, and put it in. If you guys are going to fight amongst each other, I'll just take it from you. Thanks.
Yeah, and the breakaway variety, certainly you're willing to take those as a coach, but value the ball. You get these kind of possessions. Let's make sure we end up with a shot underneath 5 or free throws or something like that. Let's get out of here with a win.
Get out of here with a win and get ready to play tomorrow against either Bellevue or Portland in the Elite 8 of the NWAC Championship. The Bellevue Bulldogs, the Portland Panthers to follow here. Then there's 2 more games after that. Lots of basketball here at Everett Community College. For the area tomorrow, there'll be 4 games. Chemeketa and Everett play tonight at 8 o'clock. And then at 10 o'clock, North Idaho against Lower Columbia. Free throw no good. But grabbing his own rebound there is Pilimai. And Spokane will just kind of sit on it here for a second. Pilimai back to the basket. Little spin move, nice lay it up and in.
Little show and go right there. Got the defender to lift, step through, lay in. That's the kind of look that you want at this stage of the game.
Less than 2 minutes to play in the game. Earlier today, Peninsula with a win, South Puget Sound with a win, Lynn Benton got a win, and Walla Walla got a win. So that's your first 4 of the final 8 that'll play tomorrow. And then everybody reconvenes here next Saturday for the final 4 for both the men and the women. And the finals will be next Sunday. Down low, Sandoval. Put it on the ground once and lays it up and in. And timeout called here just to get the players off the bench. And Spokane's going to get a win. and they're going to advance.
Real quality effort. Love the interior play for Spokane. I think that really bodes well for them in their next game. And as long as they can continue to mix it inside, outside, they've got a great opportunity tomorrow.
So 1:24 to play. Spokane at 97 points. It was 47-37 at halftime.
It's putting it in the hoop.
We'll go for Romain. Tariq Romain waited to the last possible second to pick up the basketball to start the clock. A little late. It's down by 20. Unless you've got a 20-point play in your pocket with a minute to go.
Yeah, unfortunately, I don't think those exist.
Pacudas, foul line jumper, won't go. Tap up, no, by Harris. Gets his own rebound. Kick it back out. Right side, Gotel. Offline. Ball was knocked out of bounds. Last touch by Spokane. It'll be Tacoma basketball. .44 seconds to go. And a 20-point lead for Spokane. You know, Coach, Tacoma stayed with them for a while. Then Spokane just kind of poured on the gas here. This is the second half.
Yeah, Tacoma could never really get that extended run that they needed to get over the hump, and it happened over a few times there in the first half. They got a real good one together there at the 15-minute mark, and then Spokane, again, like we mentioned, just didn't flinch and strung some possession together.
And they will just dribble it out. Actually, they've got about a 3-second differential from the shot clock and the game clock. Tacoma not going to take a foul. They'll just let the time expire, give it to Tacoma one more time, and Spokane is going to stay an extra night in the hotel. As they will play tomorrow at 6 o'clock against either Bellevue or Portland. I don't know that we're doing a player of the game, but who do you like for Spokane?
You got to go Sandoval. I mean, he dictated, everything that Spokane wanted. And you take him out of the equation, they have to play much differently than probably they're comfortable with.
Right. There you go. That will be that. And the Spokane Sasquatch will win it. Final score of 97-77. So a 50-40 second half. And Spokane pulls away and wins it by 20, 97-77. Thanks for being with us here on STSPN.com. The Spokane Sasquatch will advance, play either Bellevue or Portland. That game coming up here at 6 o'clock. And they'll advance and play tomorrow at 6 o'clock. For Coach Randy Eatons, for Pat Castro, for Todd Elvig, and all the folks in the truck for STSPN.com. Thanks for being with us again. The final score, Spokane 97, Tacoma 77. Good night, everybody.